Complex parts with many features can sometimes cause rebuild times to be quite high, and the last thing that we want to do is to change a feature and wait for the part to rebuild. For this reason, SolidWorks 2012 has introduced some new functionality called Feature Freeze. Now, the Feature Freeze can be accessed by going to our Tools and Options, and under our General Options we can see Enable Freeze Bar, which we can toggle on or off. In this case we're just going to have that on. We're going to go ahead and actually open up this iPad cover. Now, the actual Feature Freeze icon that you can see is this bar here, and the bar here denotes anything above that, all the features will be actually frozen. Now, this particular design itself, we have three different versions of it, all controlled by configurations. So let's just have a quick look at this. We have a DS logo where we can see we've got the cutout of the Dassault systems, and we have the Hexstar configuration, which is the most complex out of the three, as you can see from the intricate work on these on the back of the plate. Now, if we go to our tools and feature statistics, we can see that the Hexstar logo in effect is over 19 seconds. Now, we are going to do a little bit of work on the DS logo, so if we're just going to go back into this, and all I'm going to do is actually just drag this down just a few features. We're not going to go all the way, but you can see the next thing is that it prompts us about whether any configurations required to be rebuilt or not. Now, configurations are supported because the actual bar is at the same position throughout all the configurations, so we can decide here whether all the configurations are to be rebuilt or just the active one. We're just going to say yes just for the moment, and you can see now that it's actually just running through and freezing all those features, but at the same time just rebuilding the ones that are currently left behind. Once this is complete, what we are going to do is just drag the freeze bar right down to the bottom of the model, because we're going to have a look at what effect it would have if we froze all the features within our current part. So it's almost complete, just rebuilding them all now. And here we go, just finishing off, and we're just going to drag our bar right down to the bottom, as you can see, and we'll just place that in there, and we'll just say yes to actually freeze all the features that are within the part. Okay, so if we go back to our configurations, we can see, go back to the Hexstar just to compare the actual feature statistics, and if we go to our tools, feature statistics, we can see that the total rebuild time is now 0 seconds. So, as I mentioned, we're going to go back to the DS logo because I want to show you what will happen if we actually make a change to this particular part or one of the features in the part. Now, the logo itself, this has been created by inserting a separate part and then actually doing a combine and subtracting one body from the other. So let's actually go and open up the DS logo part. There's the logo itself, and we're just going to unsuppress the remaining feature in here, which is the Let's Go design, and all we're going to do is just switch back to our required component. Now, the one thing that you'll see is that we have a rebuild icon, okay, on the DS logo part, which is one of the features that are frozen. In order to actually update this particular feature, what we need to do is right click on the actual feature freeze bar, and you can see we have the option there to update frozen features. We'll just confirm through all configurations, and you can see the Let's Go design is now available. This now leaves us with an updated model, but also you can see that all the features are still locked out, and hence we get the benefit of our fast rebuild times. So let's just switch back to our assembly. Okay, and all we're going to do is just change the actual configuration to the DS logo, and hit OK, and you can see that's all updated. So hopefully you can see from this what a benefit the actual feature freeze bar will be, or the feature freeze functionality, to those components that have very large or complex features.